It's like she knew. It's like she knew I was trying to record the intro to this video. Now the doorbell's ringing. Apparently there's someone here. I hope it's mail. It was. It is my baby shower dress, a charger that Chris needed, and what was the other thing in there? My leggings. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Okay, welcome to an impromptu unboxing. This is very exciting. Chris's charger, my leggings. These I already have a pair of. Sorry, that's probably loud. I already have a pair of these, and they're my favorite one. I'm wearing them right now, actually. They are so comfortable. They're not maternity. I just sized up, and they are buttery soft. They're squat proof, and they hold up my belly. So that's exciting. I will link, actually I'll link all this stuff. Why not? And then this is my baby shower dress. My baby shower is next weekend, which I'm so excited for. And I went back and forth on if I was gonna order a dress or not, if I was gonna try to find one at TJ Maxx, but your girl is really tired and I didn't want to have to like try on clothes. So I'll just give you a little sneaky peek. But, oh, so they're ties. I need to iron it, but so cute. It's got a little ruffle. It's got the stretchy top. I also, this is not maternity either, but again, same deal, just sized up. I bought maternity clothes in the beginning and I was really disappointed. I'm sure there are some like high quality brands, you know, but I didn't want to spend the money because I didn't know how much I was going to grow. I didn't know where I was going to gain weight. Like there were a lot of variable factors there. And even, like, I got a pair of maternity jeans that fit interrupted so many times today. That was a phone call. Anyways, I will link this as well. And then get ready because next week we're going to have who wants to start a monthly reset or just reset your life in general. I have the perfect thing for you. So stay tuned for that. That's at the end. And let's get into it. My office is nice and clean and organized. These I need to do B-roll and some content shooting with, so that's why I left those out, but everything else is put away. And I'm gonna give you a sneak peek to this just so you know what is to come. We are in the nursery right now and it's a mess. I gotta make it so you can't see the name thing, but this is the situation we have. So stay tuned for nesting and organizing next week because I gotta clean that. That's gotta go. Okay, so let's start with a reflection on April goals, what went well, what didn't go well, how I'm going to adjust for the new month of May. So for the month of May, April, I completely changed the way I goal set, habit track, all the things because I was trying something new. So I had this lofty idea that I was going to do 75 soft 7 months pregnant. Well, I started at 6.5 months pregnant. And I will admit, I got to day 27 before I quit. And the logistics of that is just, I'm tired and I didn't want to do it. So yes, that was a fail. But you know what? At the end of the day, I worked out 27 days in a row. So I would call that a win. I'm still exercising, but I am taking 1 or 2 days a week to rest as my body needs it. So I knew when I started that challenge that I was biting off possibly more than I could chew. But let's just line up the goals. I'll put a little, I don't know how I'm going to edit this. This is my first time recording my monthly reset. My goals for April were 1 45-minute workout a day, getting in 100 grams of protein, reading 10 pages in a nonfiction book. What else was it? 4 Yetis of water. And I feel like there was something else, but pregnancy brain might... Oh, a progress photo. So those were the goals. I also had one additional goal for the month of April. I wanted to sell 10 books. If you guys don't know, I'm a self-published author. I've published 10 books through Amazon, and I just wanted to sell 10 books. That was the goal. So my strategy for that was posting on my author TikTok at least once a day for the whole month. And drum roll please, it paid off because I ended up selling 37 books, which might be my highest month ever. So that was exciting. That was a win. So for the month of April, I am very happy with my goals, with how I achieved them. Even though I did end up quitting 75 Soft, which I really need to announce. I was vlogging every day and then I just stopped. So like, you probably caught the drift. But I should make a TikTok video explaining that I'm done with that challenge. Beverage girly and I'm all out. So let's take a pause and go fill up our drinks so we're ready to finish this goal setting section. So let's get into habit tracking. Guys, this is a look at my habit tracker. This is the one that I've been using since January. So I'll just kind of give you a glimpse. This is what January's looked like. This is what February's looked like, which I did not stick to. And then March and April, I used it for probably half the month and then I just reset it. So I didn't even save those and I'm starting fresh in May. So let's go over these goals for the month and just how I came up with them and why I structured them the way I did. So this is a habit tracker, not a goal tracker. So I will write out my actual goals and add them on a slide probably before you're even seeing this. But this is how I'm breaking it down into daily attainable tasks, which are habits. So first in this category, this is like what I'm considering my health and wellness. I want to be doing 5 workouts a week. That can be walking, using the elliptical, going to the gym. However, I am moving my body. However, every single day, I want to be hitting 10,000 steps. I think that this is something that I can do, especially with preparing for birth. I think walking will be of benefit to me, and I'm just really excited to just prioritize movement in my steps. And then meal prep. So I'm going to start recording weekly Sunday resets so you guys can see exactly how I do my meal prep. This doesn't necessarily have to be, this is more of like a 1 day a week thing to do the prep itself. However, sticking to it is a daily task because there are some days where I'm just like, I don't want that. I want to make something different. But then we're essentially that makes it so I'm spending more money because I didn't just stick to the plan that I had originally at the beginning of the week. So this is just to prioritize that. Next, this is more content oriented. So post book content daily. My goal is to sell 30 books again this month. Post 2 YouTube videos a week minimum. May, we have a lot of exciting stuff. So I'm going to have a lot more content recorded. And then it's just a matter of pacing it or seeing like what fits where. If I can make like my baby shower, is that going to be like a 3 episode series, or do I just make it one long video? We're going to see how the content comes out, filming wise. And when I get to editing, just what works best. And then, of course, how the calendar falls, which we're going to jump into content planning in its own little section because there's a lot that goes into that. And then I want to be posting at least one short a day. Another thing that I have on my goals list that I didn't put on my habit tracker because I didn't really know how to track it is doing research for Instagram marketing and Pinterest marketing. And I can use that in my regular career job, day job, my business that I co own with my friend Sky, and then my personal brand that I am trying to build right now. As for personal slash fun goals, I'm almost done knitting my baby a blanket. It has taken me the entire pregnancy because I will like get really into it one night while we're watching TV, and then I put it in the baby swing that's in the living room, and then it sits there for weeks. So I'm determined to get that done this week, not this week, this month, so that it is done and ready because I could potentially have my baby next month, which is wild. So yeah, the June reset is going to be interesting because I could have a baby in June. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Reading 10 minutes a day. My goal is to read 3 books this month. I average like 5 books a month, but I'm also not putting pressure on myself. Like reading is something that's fun for me. I don't even really know why I put this on my habit tracker because I do read every single day. So this isn't something that I'm like working towards or something new. But every once in a while, it's nice to give yourself a pat on the back and it's like something you know you do every day. Might as well just add it so that you can get a little check on your habit tracker because it is really satisfying when they're all filled in. Duolingo, I got my membership in February and I was really good about it for about a month and then I fell off it and have not done it. So we are on a 3-day streak today and I want to keep that up. I like that Duolingo like tracks my streak too. So I don't have to just do it in this habit tracker. I kind of get reinforced in the app, which I do enjoy. And then journaling. I have been so bad about journaling and I always feel so much better after I do it, and especially preparing for baby. Like, there's gonna be a lot of changes in this household, and I think that it would just be a really good outlet for me to have, but to be establishing that habit beforehand. So, these are my goals for May. I can actually go through and fill out what I have. Oh, I did not get 10,000 steps yesterday. I did meal prep, and I can post these Wednesday, so I didn't post a video yesterday. And I did knit. I haven't knit yet today. I did read, I did Duolingo, and then I didn't journal. Oh wait, yes, I did yesterday, but I haven't done it today. So this is what it looks like. And then obviously, I mean, you saw in January, it tracks all of these things. So yeah. This is the habit tracker. I have linked it below. If you just scroll into the description, it says shop this video, and then you can get this habit tracker. It's like $2 on Etsy, maybe $3. But I absolutely love it. Okay, guys, let's talk about content planning. This is only scratching the surface of content planning, but I want to show you how I do it. And this is just for YouTube. I also want it known that I'm not like in today's May reset, we are not talking about career or work stuff. However, I make content for my job is as a content strategist is to make and plan content for a business that I work for. And then not part of my full-time job. This YouTube is a side thing. We have a self-improvement business, store, social media platform, and podcast, which that gets content planned. which I do have to admit, for the podcast, I don't really promote the podcast. Sky does all of that. Thank goodness. Shout out to Sky. She does such an amazing job with it. But a lot of the other content planning does fall into my wheelhouse. And then I also have my personal brand. And for my personal brand, I run my author accounts for TikTok, my personal account for TikTok, my personal Instagram, this YouTube channel. I'm missing one other thing, but then DLL has Dreamlife Floating, which is the business, has a Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Well, technically and YouTube, but I don't do anything on the YouTube. And Sky mostly runs Facebook. So I contribute to the DLL, Instagram, and TikTok. Long story short, there is a lot of places that I need to be posting content. I have not figured out a way to streamline the organization of that yet, but I'm really excited because with YouTube specifically, this is my focus for the month of May, this platform. And this is how I'm going to organize it and literally reset it. So this was actually a blog planner that I got for free as a download. And I've just been using it for YouTube planning. So I do want to show you guys though, these. I got these off of Canva. This is just, oh, I'm so small. Hold on. Can I make myself bigger? There I am, guys. So this is just a little a monthly printout calendar for May. And I used this to start my planning process and just was like, okay, I'm going to post Tuesdays and Fridays. And I generated a handful of ideas and I kind of filled them in. But then I realized, oh, I need to revolve my content around my social calendar because like there's one weekend in May that we're not going to be home. I can't film a declutter my closet with me if I'm not home with my closet. So I think the first thing is establishing your personal calendar for the month as tentatively as you can. Obviously, some things come up, some things don't work out. But just the big dates that you know that you won't be home, don't plan on making content those days or make it appropriate content that you can film, while you're doing it. So a big day for me this month is my baby shower, which I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So the baby shower, I'm going to film a get ready with me, the actual baby shower, and then a baby shower haul. So that could potentially be 3 separate videos or maybe just one big video. Haven't decided. It's going to come down to how the footage comes out, how long the footage is, and then what editing me decides to do with it. So I'm going to just fill this in. I'll probably time lapse this part, but just so that you guys can see how I'm categorizing everything and all that good stuff. Another organizer that I'm using for the month of May to see if I like it, to see if it works for me. I could use this on my iPad or print it out, but I feel like I lean more towards paper and pen when it comes to trying something new. And then if this works, then I'll just go to my iPad. But this is another one. I took the layout off of Canva and I changed the font and I added some cute little graphics. But this is my schedule for next week for content posting. So Monday I'll film the pregnancy Q&A. Then Tuesday I will edit and post the Q&A, which actually I might have time this week, or this weekend to film the Q&A. So that'll streamline that a bit. And then Thursday afternoon, I will film the nesting episode 1. Friday, edit and post that video. Saturday is my baby shower. So it's going to be filming my get ready with me, the actual baby shower, and then Sunday I'll film a baby shower haul because all the stuff will be here at my house. I can go through it, show you guys all the things. And then Monday I will spend that afternoon and evening editing all the baby shower content and see if that's going to be a 3-part mini series or if it's going to be one long video. Probably the haul itself I can see definitely being its own, and I could see the get ready with me and the baby shower being its own as well, but you never know. Maybe I'll be talkative that day and I will have a very long get ready with me. Who knows? But this is the plan. So to start, my first whole month of consistently posting on YouTube. We're using a monthly calendar, a content scheduler, and then what I showed you in the time lapse. That is just to like kind of round out my ideas. And there was also a digital calendar in there that I will update. And I'm just gonna test it, trial and error. I like the idea of having the calendar not just physical. Like this was great because this is how I sketched out my plan. And you can see like I crossed stuff out because I was like, oh, we're not home that weekend. So I changed my plan a little bit there. And then the one on my computer is great because I can have it on the go with me all the time. So that is how I did my content planning. If you'd like to see the content process of like deep into the details, I would be happy to do a video on that. Just let me know in the comments about like titles, descriptions, keyword research, how I chose the topics, how I chose my niche. Like we could really dive into that. But that is not May reset. That is content related. So save that for another day. What is next on our list, friends, for our reset? Cleaning, done. April goals and reflection, done. May goals and intentions. Oh, I didn't tell you my word of the month is organizing, because organizing, whichever tense you would like it in, because this is the fact that I'm saying this could be the very last whole month that it's just Chris and I, which is wild. So I just want our house organized. So if anyone comes over to help us with anything, that I'm not self-conscious that things aren't organized. It's just going to make our lives easier during a transition season. So excited to just get into all of that. And yeah, so last but certainly not least, what everyone has been waiting for is the 21-day reset. So let's get into it. This is the 21-day reset. This is a workbook. You can do it digitally on your iPad or computer. You can get the physical book off Amazon, or if you really wanted to, you could get the digital version and then print it out and have it as like just loose leaf paper. I wouldn't recommend that because there's a lot of full color pages, so it's going to run you dry on ink if you choose to go that route, but whatever works for you. So this, my co-owner, my business partner, Sky, and I created. It is a self-improvement workbook, and it is designed to change your entire life in 3 weeks. Every day you get a inspirational quote. Let's see if I can open up to one. You get an inspirational quote, a mindful check-in sheet like this, and then a journal prompt. Then you get your task of the day, which is outlined here, and a lot of times there's either like a checklist or examples of how to do it, and then you end the day with a daily reflection. This was a labor of love. You can learn more about this on our podcast from this week talking about criticism, but we took our harshest criticism we got on our last project, and we listened, and we tried to make this as interactive, thought-provoking, meaningful, best use of your time. And yeah, I'm really proud of it. So if you're someone who is looking to like reset their life but don't know where to start, or you just know you're unhappy with your life, you want to change it, I highly recommend starting with this. I was having a really hard time with pregnancy in March. Like February, March was really hard for me. And so that is where this literally came from. I was like, something's got to change. Like I am going through a lot of changes myself, and I just feel like I literally felt like I lost my identity and who I was as a person outside of growing another human. And that really like made me sad and worried. So there was one day, our vacation, Chris and I were supposed to take our very first vacation together. Crazy. We've been together for years. We're married and we've never taken a vacation, just the two of us. So we were supposed to go to North Carolina, and then my sister's family got sick. So we canceled and we did a staycation. And there was one day like in the middle of the week, and Chris had plans for that day. So I was gonna be by myself. And so I went to a coffee shop, which I hadn't done probably since college. And I just sat down and I was like, okay, like how can I change my life? And I actually had this journal. I had just barely gotten this. She was fresh, and you can actually see the complete life reset was the very first thing I wrote in this. And I just dumped out all the ideas I had of how I was going to change my life. I broke my life into different categories. I was like, okay, if I want the most amount of change, how would I like structure this? And it was, I don't even know, 10 pages. And then this was born. This was like my thoughts and everything. And then this was born. And it was 21 days. I was like, I can do anything for 3 weeks. You can build a habit in 3 weeks. Like, this seems really attainable for me right now, even though I was in the headspace that I didn't want to do anything. And I did it. And I came out the other side, and I was like, that was literally life-changing. I feel like myself again. My friends noticed, my family noticed. My business partner was like, oh my God, I feel like you're back. Like, all the things. And I was like, okay, so this works. I just did it. And I was like, I have this idea. I said to Sky, who's my business partner, I said, I have this idea. I want to make a mock-up, and then I want you to try it yourself. And so she did, and she loved it. We made a few minor tweaks, and we, went through the design process together and all of that stuff. And then we put it out, we shared it with the world, and it works. Like, I am so proud of this. We worked so hard on this. And if you want to hear more about the backstory of like how we chose the paper, how we chose the fonts, all of that, we have a whole podcast episode on that as well, which is on the Dream Life Loading podcast, which is on all streaming platforms and YouTube if you want to watch the video version. So like I said, just want to reiterate, if you're someone who just knows they're unhappy with their life, or they're looking for a way to reset or to try something new, to kind of get re-inspired, re-engaged, passionate about their life, this is where to start. And it's really pretty inside. We made sure it's a neutral aesthetic, but it's calming, it's welcoming, and it's going to change your life. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was my first monthly reset that I have shared with anyone, so I'm very excited to have shared it with you. If there was parts you liked, parts you want more of, any constructive criticism is welcome. I love to hear it. And I will see you in the next video, because there will be a next video, because I've put so many hours into planning this month's content that there will be a next video. So, see ya.